Hi, I'm Q. Here's an update on my self-deportation story and the process that we're going through. For anybody that's new here, I have DACA. I've been in the States since I was 7, and this year we are choosing to leave the U.S. But right now, we're in the process of gathering documents, passports, getting passports for my daughters who were born here in the U.S. That alone takes weeks. I didn't even know that the kids needed passports to leave the U.S., as stupid as that sounds, because again, I'm not a citizen. I just have DACA, and with DACA, we're not allowed to travel outside of the state, so they don't have passports. Also, apostille. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Up until about a week or so, I didn't even know what that was. I have to get their birth certificates apostilled. I don't know how to say that. To be honest, I'm struggling with that because 2 of my daughters were born in a different state. So I'm trying to figure that out. If anybody has any tips on how to get birth certificates apostilled in North Carolina or Florida, please let me know. So gathering like school, just records, school transcripts, immunization records. Some people suggested that I get those translated, maybe even notarized. Basically, the point here is that I had to take all the documentation over there and like prove that it's legit. Next comes doing research about where to live in Mexico, picking a city, right? So after all our research and all the recommendations, we've settled on Merida and Yucatan. But then comes picking where in Merida. So I had to do research on the schools, hopefully find one that's dual language that will support my daughters in learning how to read and write in Spanish, because on their own, they'll learn how to speak Spanish, but they don't know how to read and write in Spanish. So I have to find a school that will support them in the process. Once I figured out the school aspect, then we can narrow down where in Merida we will live. Then finding somewhere to live, like finding somewhere to rent and getting in contact with them and figuring out what the process is to rent there, what documentation they need, or what the process is like. We still don't have all the research down as far as getting a vehicle across the border, like what paperwork you need for that, I don't know, fees, what the process is getting a car across the border. Even though we plan on flying there and just having someone else take our car for us. So all of this needs to be done, and we haven't even made it to purchasing plane tickets on the list. Also, kind of to backtrack a little bit, I still don't have a Mexican passport yet. I wonder if I can just leave the U.S. with just like my driver's license and my Mexican birth certificate. Can I do that? Also, since I have DACA, I have legal status here. Do I clock out? I know this sounds like a stupid question, but do I clock out somewhere? Do I have to let somebody know? Do I have to do something, or do I just leave? So if anybody has any tips, suggestions, help that they can offer, especially with the apostille, I don't even know how to say that, on the birth certificates from Florida and North Carolina, please help. That's my updated to-do list.
So, like we said, self-deportation should be celebrated. You understand? They should self-deport themselves. They're going to be first in line to come back. It's the right thing to do. Now, a lot of media outlets are trying to make this a sad thing. I think this should be celebrated so that more people can understand, look, you'll be first in line. Now, would you be able to come back before Trump is out of office? We don't know.
Come with me to self-deport my mom after being in this country for 36 years. My stepdad is staying behind and he'll join her in a couple of months. They've been together for 25 years. We're driving from LA down to TJ to drop her off at the airport, and she'll be flying to Mexico City. After driving an hour and 30 minutes, my sister realized she forgot her passports at home. This was her heartbroken that she wasn't going to be able to drop off my mom all the way in Mexico. So she drove back home to meet my stepdad halfway, hoping that she will make it back on time before my mom's flight. The good thing is that we gave each other more than enough time to have brunch in TJ while we waited for her. We got to the airport with 3 hours to spare. We checked in her bags and we just waited in the lounge. This is the good thing about Mexican parents trying to check in so early, because now we have all this time to spare. Look at Miss Diva getting ready. And my sister made it with 45 minutes to spare. You made it! My mom is leaving behind 3 grown-ass kids and 3 grandchildren. We are doing this all while some of the biggest ICE raids are going on back home. With my mom's complicated legal status, she decided to do this in her own terms. She has no criminal record, a hardworking taxpayer who has been working 12-hour shifts since she was 15, 6 days out of the week. She never asked for a handout. She didn't get food stamps. She didn't get welfare. She didn't even ask for child support when my dad wasn't in the picture. She asked me to not cry, to let her go in peace, to take care of myself and not just trust all these new people I'm meeting. And I told her I'm protected, to not worry about me, and that I'm gonna go see her very soon. As the eldest sister, I stayed strong. I wanted to make sure that she...
Yeah. I mean, this stuff should be celebrated. These are people that's doing the right thing.
Self-deport with me after living in the United States for 7 years. I came to the United States as an international student, and despite my best efforts to legally immigrate here, the pathways available have been so narrow that I have decided to return to my home country, Nigeria.
Praise Lord.
Today, I'm gathering up books to donate to the library because I cannot bring them with me due to the luggage limit. One thing I've learned since living in the United States is the secret of life, which I will share with you at the end of this video. There were so many challenges I faced while in the United States, and I'm expecting a whole new set of challenges when I'm back home in Nigeria. I expect that my quality of life will certainly decrease when I'm outside the United States, but moving back home will solve one problem I had here, which is working. At least in Nigeria, I'll probably be unemployed. Of course, being unemployed also means being broke, so.
Wow. So you should have did the right thing by marrying a Black American. So stupid.
New problem. Packing has been so surreal. I'm going to miss my apartment so much, but I'm glad I got a taste of independence in my early 20s. I came to the US when I was 16, all by myself, and I had to figure a lot of things out alone. I had a lot of firsts here, my first car, first speeding ticket, etc. I was not able to see my family for the 7 years I lived here due to immigration laws, which is sad because I would have loved to share a lot of things with them. My apartment has been quite messy as I've been packing, but I'm also really cherishing the last couple days I have with it. I'm expecting the worst in Nigeria. I'm not going to have access to electricity, healthcare, and the internet the way I got used to in the United States. But hopefully seeing my family will console me while I bask in the misery. You can follow me here on TikTok and on YouTube to see the rest of my journey, and also buy me a coffee to soften my landing from first world to third.
There you have it, man. There you have it. That's the truth. You hear me? That's the truth right there. And like you say, these people should be celebrated, man. You know?
Many people are wondering if they self-deport, can they later return to the United States legally? Self-deportation is not a golden ticket where if you leave the United States voluntarily, you can come back anytime. Currently, the law states that if you lived illegally in the United States for more than 1 year and you leave the country, you are inadmissible and cannot return for 10 years.
Oh.
The funny thing is, if you get deported under a final order of deportation and ICE forcibly removes you from the United States, you cannot re-enter for 10 years.
Interesting.
The term self-deportation is a new word used in the media. Self-deportation only means that somebody who is undocumented chose to leave the United States. There's no privilege attached to it and no benefit. If you want to leave, leave, but don't leave thinking there's a benefit attached to it. Knowledge is power. Stay informed.
Oh,
Many people are
interesting. So whether you are self-deported or not, you still got to wait 10 years to come back to the country.
Voluntary departure and self-deportation are not the same thing. Voluntary departure is actually an immigration benefit that is issued by an immigration judge, where you make the request for the judge, instead of giving you a removal order, that they go ahead and grant you voluntary departure. You have your passport ready to go, you don't have any aggravated felony crimes, and you getting the ticket ready, and they will go ahead and allow you to leave.
Right. The benefit is not being held in detention. Being held in detention, they could end up sending your ass somewhere where your family is not. Oh, it's a great benefit to not self-deport. And I'm going to show you why. Right here. It's a great benefit. First of all, the detention is brutal. Now, this girl was African, and this girl deported her moms. The African girl, she said, yo, I'm going back to Africa. I'm going to be broke. I'm going to be poor. Ain't no electricity. Well, sounds like you should have married an American.
Self-deport with me after living in the United States for 7 years. I came to the United States as an international student, and despite my best efforts to legally immigrate here, the pathways available have been so narrow that I have decided to return to my home country, Nigeria, which sucks, by the way. Today,
I got to go back to Nigeria, which sucks. So she hating in Nigeria. You poor monkey bitches.
I'm gathering up books to donate to the library because I cannot bring them with me due to the luggage limit. One thing I've learned since living in the United States is the secret of life, which I will share with you at the end of this video. There were so many challenges I faced while in the United States, and I'm expecting a whole new set of challenges when I'm back home in Nigeria. I expect that my quality of life will certainly decrease when I'm outside the United States, but moving back home will solve one problem I had here, which is working. At least in Nigeria, I'll probably be unemployed.
In Nigeria, they ain't even got jobs out there. She should have got her a black American ASAP. But she's going to say, well, at least I felt what it feels like to be independent. This is crazy.
Of course, being unemployed also means being broke, so new problem. Packing has been so surreal. I'm going to miss my apartment so much, but I'm glad I got a taste of independence in my early 20s. I'm going to miss my apartment so much, but I'm glad I got a taste of independence in my early 20s. I came to the US when I was 16, all by myself, and I had to figure a lot of things out alone. I had a lot of firsts here, my first car, first speeding ticket, etc. I was not able to see my family for the 7 years I lived here due to immigration laws.
She would have never went back to see her family if she didn't know that she was going to get detained. See, the detention, being placed in that jail, I wouldn't advise it for anybody. That is not a regular U.S. jail. They are not treating you right.
Which is sad because I would have loved to share a lot of things with them. My apartment has been quite messy as I've been packing, but I'm also really cherishing the last couple days I have with it. I'm expecting the worst in Nigeria. I'm not going to have access to electricity, healthcare, and the internet the way I got used to with it. I'm expecting the worst in Nigeria. I'm not going to have access to electricity, healthcare, and the internet the way I got used to in the United.
I don't know why you came out here and tried to take the independence road. You're not going to have electricity, Wi-Fi, anything. You should have married your American. You are stupid.
States, but hopefully seeing my family will console me while I bask in the misery. You can follow me here on TikTok.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how bad it is, man. Okay? It's not a game. I agree. The benefit is not being held in detention. I don't think I want to be in those detention centers. Because like you said, it's going to be, so she's by herself. So she's going to go in detention and nobody's going to be able to Look out for her. The other people, like this family I'm about to show you, the father would have to, or you don't want to break up the family. He's going to be detained, so self-deport.
With that story.
These are the main pictures from our house that we didn't want to just throw away.
Sasha Mendoza has the impossible task of packing up her family's life in Pittsburgh into a handful of suitcases.
It's really hard to tell a 4-year-old that they can't bring their toys or their stuffed animal. There's just not enough room. We can't put a stuffed animal and then have no pants. I've literally never felt anxiety the way that I have in the last few years here.
So you are saying bye to the U.S. for good?
For good, yeah. Yeah, for good.
Fearful of President Donald Trump's immigration crackdown, Sasha, her husband Julio, and their 3 kids are leaving behind the life.
Now, this should be celebrated. This should be celebrated. Look, they're doing the right thing. They don't want to break up their family. I think Julio is undocumented. So Julio is the one that's going to get busted. They can't break up the family like that.
Life they built together.
What are you the most excited for in Mexico? The pool. And the beach. The beach.
Julio is an undocumented immigrant from Mexico. Sasha and their 3 children are all U.S. citizens. They decided to make the move together only moments after Trump took office.
There was an executive order being signed, and that was her call for, said, like, what do you think about moving to Mexico? And I said, honestly, at this point, yeah, let's do it.
We're gonna move to Mexico.
We're gonna move to Mexico, not today.
And with that, the family began to wind down their lives, sifting through keepsakes and moving out of their home.
Say bye to the house.
Bye. Miss you.
When you were dating, did your status as being undocumented come up at all?
On our first date, we kind of were mentioning it without mentioning it. And at one point, he ordered a drink and he asked for extra ice. And I said, no, we don't do ice here. And he was like,
He ordered extra ice. He said, no, we don't do ice around here. Wink, wink. Wink, wink. We don't do ice around here with your illegal ass.
He ordered a drink and he asked for extra ice. And I said, no, we don't do ice here. And he was like, That was like the only thing we needed to say.
So, by the way.
So it's all fun and games that he's illegal. It's all fun and games.
Julio crossed the U.S. southern border when he was 11 years old, and he's lived in Pittsburgh ever since.
One of his first concerns when we talked about moving is like, how am I going to watch the Steeler games?
You're a Pittsburgh native for all intents and purposes.
Oh my God, yeah.
What made Trump a second term more nerve-wracking for you, that to come to a decision that you had to leave the country?
There are no limits. There are no limits on being a target. The only main concern is like, he looks brown, he looks different, he don't speak English.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You've been undocumented since 11 years. You cannot stay over 10 years. Once we see that you're here over 10 years, you already know you are going to be fleeced. Guess what you did inside the 10 years? You tried to get social security numbers. You tried to make sure you did everything to make sure you was an American citizen. Guess what that means? They can find your ass. So you tried to do it, but now you talking about all these. No, you know you're illegal. Fuck you mean?
There are no limits on being a target. The only main concern is like, he looks brown, he looks different, he don't speak English. He's the one. It doesn't matter.
I mean, you are one of them. Let's not play this game.
Garcia was mistakenly deported to a notorious.
There are people who will say, you came to the U.S. illegally. Why didn't you do it the right way? What do you say to people?
If you were to be put in my situation at my age to tell me to do it the right way, the whole process pretty much takes about 15 to 20 years. By that time, I don't think my kids or anyone's kids who are starving or in a dangerous situation can wait 15, 20 years for you.
Right. But now you understand that was the wrong thing to do. You got to leave. You can't do whatever you want wherever you want. Like I said, I don't see why they're trying to put sad music behind it. I think he should be celebrated. He's doing the right thing.
My kids or anyone's kids who are starving or in a dangerous situation can wait 15, 20 years for you to come here and start working.
What did we say that we could get when we get there?
LPS Farmer.
No, we did not say that.
How did you approach the conversation with your kids?
They know the realistic part of it, which is that it will be very difficult for them to adapt to, especially mostly language-wise. That's like our biggest thing. They're not anywhere near fluent, and they are going to be going into a school that is Spanish-speaking. Who's that? That's you.
For Sasha, leaving the U.S. also means saying goodbye to the places she's called home.
You grew up at this house. What is it like for you to leave this house and what it represents to you?
It is definitely hard because Yeah, there's a lot of good memories. This has always been like the kind of comeback place. As far as we know, we won't be able to do that. We've kind of all decided that today is most likely the last time that we'll all be like in the same place at the same time.
It's the right thing to do, son. Why let Julio get deported and now the babies ain't got no daddy when he wants to be a daddy? Take that ass to Mexico. The family's together, the children are protected. I don't see this being such a sad thing. I think he's doing the right thing. He should be celebrated.
Hours of research behind them, the Mendoza family spent their final days in Pittsburgh saying goodbye to family and friends.
They crying. He's illegal.
It's a decision not taken lightly, but for Julio, no other choice.
Rolling the dice will be staying here. That will be rolling the dice. Playing with my life, playing with my kids' life, playing with my wife's life.
Right. Julio ain't having it. I'm not playing this game. Julio said, look, I'm not playing. Okay?
We'll be staying here. That will be rolling the dice. Playing with my life, playing with my kids' life, playing with my wife's life. That will be a gamble.
Julio's not for the games.
I would say it's taking a gamble. I'm taking a certain win on this one, for sure.
Now, Anderson, Sasha, and Julio are now settling in Mexico, but they join a newly emerging community of people who are voluntarily departing the United States. It's called self-deportations, and it's part of the Trump administration's strategy. Senior Trump officials have touted it often, and they've taken to the airwaves with multi-million-dollar ad campaigns and offering financial incentives, like one-way tickets to the country where they have legal status and $1,000 exit bonus once they arrive. But for Sasha and Julio, they didn't need that. It was the uncertainty of what was to come with the immigration crackdown that was
right. There's nothing sad about it. Why you're not celebrating that, I just don't understand. The man is making sure that they're not being broken up. Nobody's being detained. I just don't see why it's not the right thing to do. Yo, come on, get the hugging and laughing, that luggage back home. Oh, come on. Hey, look, man, I don't think it's something that should be sad. I think these people are doing the right thing. Okay?
And on YouTube to see the rest of my journey, and also buy me a coffee to soften my landing from first world to third. Self-deport with me after living in the United States for 7 years. I came to the United States as an international student, and despite my best efforts to legally immigrate here, the pathways available have been so narrow that I have decided to return to my home country, Nigeria, which sucks, by the way. Today, I'm gathering up books to donate to the library because I cannot bring them with me due to the luggage limit. One thing I've learned since living in the United States is the secret of life, which I will share with you at the end of this video. There were so many challenges I faced while in the United States, and I'm expecting a whole new set of challenges when I'm back home in Nigeria. I expect that my quality of life will certainly decrease when I'm outside the United States, but moving back home will solve one problem I had here, which is working. At least in Nigeria, I'll probably be unemployed. Of course, being unemployed also means being broke, so new problem. Packing has been so surreal. I'm going to miss my apartment so much, but I'm glad I got a taste of independence in my early 20s. I came to the US when I was I'm glad I got a taste of independence in my early 20s. I came to the US when I was 16, all by myself, and I had to figure a lot of things out alone. I had a lot of firsts here, my first car, first speeding ticket, etc. I was not able to see my family for the 7 years I lived here due to immigration laws, which is sad because I would have loved to share a lot of things with them. My apartment has been quite messy as I've been packing, but I'm also really cherishing the last couple days I have with it. I'm expecting the worst in Nigeria. I'm not going to have access to electricity, healthcare, and the internet the way I got.
HD Live, she's not going to have access to healthcare, electricity, and the internet back in Nigeria. Should she have married an American, Black American, or should have held her roots? I guess the decision is made for her now.
first weekend without my mom. Going to spend time without her. Going to spend family time without her just feels so off. Like I keep
It is what it is.
I keep asking myself if I'm doing the right thing, if we do the right thing.
Go with her. You selfish.
My anxiety is killing me. Like there's so much going on. Like it's only been a week. And I keep telling myself like it's not the end of the world. She's fine. But
True.
it's like
True.
it's gonna get easier eventually. But it's just like now I have to like think about my dad and how should we take him to Mexico too? Should we have him wait longer? Like I don't know. I don't know. And like I mean, try to stay strong for the family, but it's just like, oh my God, it's so hard. I don't know what to do.
Ma'am.
And doing it in front of people. You know, it's not easy to just turn on the camera, put a light, and talk about these things. Like I would love to just go home and cover myself and not think about it and cry on my own without having to like worry about turning on the camera. But it's just like,
Can't help it.
it's so much bigger than this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm over here crying because my mom's home safe in Mexico because she's like far. And then there's so much people that are going through so much worse. Overall, our first Father's Day Sunday without my mom. It was hard, but we're still hanging in there. It's the first weekend without my mom.
It is what it is, man. You know?
Okay. This post isn't meant to be controversial. I want you to watch this. Just listen to it and then hear me out at the end.
Come with me to self-deport my mom after being in this.
That's the same girl. She deported her mom.
I want to do this video on the latest trend about self-deportation because a lot of people are self-deporting now. So I want you to understand what that exactly means to self-deport. Right now, when you call the USCIS website, they're telling you that they're providing $1,000 stipend if you self-deport, and they will also forgive the fines that they could impose. As most of you know, and I've spoken about this before, they have implemented, it's close to $1,000 a day for every day you're here illegally. So people are getting those letters in the mail where they're fining them over $1 million for the period of time that they were living in the US illegally after they had a removal order. So what does that mean exactly if you self-deport? Well, you get $1,000 from USCIS, but what you need to understand is when you want to return to the US, okay, let's say you want to return to the US and you want to have a legal reentry to the US, if you lived in the US illegally for more than a year, and I'm going to explain.
That's what I was trying to tell y'all. See, Trump got their ass by the hamstring. See, Trump already knows that they have been here longer than a year illegally. So that's going to take 10 years to get back. Then Trump knows that he got ICE out there. And if you got a removal order by ICE, it's going to take you 10 years to get back in. So he's making sure that at least for the next 8 years, they can't even come in by law. Even though they could sneak in or whatever the case is. But and this is like you say, these are mothers, these are whomevers. They, like, it don't matter.
Here's the latest. So,
hold on.
you know what I think is
what's really cool about American immigration policies is when the government tricks people into self-deporting.
Yeah, the self-deporting is real.
I am not a lawyer. However, I do have some information for undocumented Jamaicans who might be here and be in some kind of crisis, like some kind of health crisis whereby they were just diagnosed with advanced stages of cancer, or if they require chemo, if they require dialysis, palliative care, hospice, maybe rehab after a stroke, but they have no one to help them and they're not able to afford treatment out of pocket, or if they're homeless and they're experiencing these kind of crises, there is an option for you to self-deport. And I'm not just telling people to jump and to do anything out of, rush or fear. I just want you to know there is this option because I don't want you having any regrets. The option is there just in case you need it, because it's becoming more difficult to gain access to these treatments and these.
Pay attention. Pay attention. It's becoming more difficult for your illegal ass to get free health care in America when you ain't supposed to be getting it. It's becoming more difficult. Pay attention.
You need it because it's becoming more difficult to gain access to these treatments and these level of care if you don't have your papers. If you have your passport or your birth certificate, the option for self-deport, you go on CBP Home mobile app and you.
Trump got the mobile app. Trump got this thing taken care of from a deportation standpoint. He got this shit on lock. That's why they trying to do all this Epstein shit, in my opinion. Because my personal opinion about Epstein, I don't know if I want to see the files. I believe I don't give a fuck whether I see them or I don't, but I can understand for the sake of whatever all this shit is about. But for the most part, okay. I mean, one of the royal family, they are pedos or whatever. Okay.
You have to do is to inform them of your intent to self-deport. And of course, you make the necessary arrangements with their family. They will give you $1,000 and pay your travel expenses. Do you have to be facing like this level of crisis? No. It's there for whomever wants to take advantage of it. So
self-deportation, baby. You don't want to go to one of these detention spots. Just let me tell you that. You don't want to go there. Hold on. As we self-deport.
6 years. 6 fucking years. It took us 6 fucking years to get a citizenship. I know people, I know some people need more time. I know some people don't ever get their citizenship, but we worked so hard for it. She worked so hard for it. I was just we came here because she wanted a better life for us. She wanted a better education for us. She wanted for us to have a better future. And now this is all gonna be taken away because of him. Because of that stupid! Oh my god. Stupid fucking... He's a felon! He's a felon! He's a felon! He's a felon! I don't want it here anymore.
Yeah. Now pay attention here. This is what America creates. This is what America creates. This is the Karen. This is Karen. This is what America creates, the entitlement. And guess what gangster is? Gangster is crying. That's what America creates. Crying means gangster. They fucked us all the way up. She out of here, pimp.
Congratulations, Trump. You finally got some migrants to take you up on your offer of sending them back home, and they get $1,000 debit card and a free flight. The perks would be that they don't have to go in chains. Now,
Right.
despite this offer, a lot of experts believe that many people will not take him up on this offer. I'm going to tell you, a lot of people that went on that flight wanted to go back home because it was time for them. They wanted to see their families. And one of the guys even stated, he says, why not? They're paying for the flight. They're giving me $1,000 debit card. And if I should choose to basically try to come back to the US legally, I am given that opportunity too. This man applied online through the CBP app, and he was given a response within 3 days. Now, a total of 68 non-residents voluntarily deported themselves. In Honduras, the Deputy Foreign Minister, Antonio Garcia, said the Honduran government will also support the returning migrants with $100 cash and another $200 credit at the government-run store that sells basic necessities. The Honduran.
Now that's a good point, HD Live. That's a good point. Because these people made a deal with the cartel, and now they got to go back to Mexico, and the cartel gonna say, yeah, well, you got to go back, and this time they may not make it. Like, it's a lot. It is a lot. You show back up in Mexico, the cartel like, what the hell you doing here? Yo, Trump got us. All right, well, the deal's still the same deal. You don't go, we take your family. You know? So that's a lot of stuff that they got to deal with.
As someone who grew up undocumented in the US and spent 19 years being undocumented, someone who never qualified for DACA, and someone who self-deported and immigrated to Canada, I can say with full confidence, without any hesitation, that leaving the United States was the best decision I've ever made in my life. It was.
See, people like this should be celebrated. She self-deported. She went to Canada. Yes. People need to listen to this woman. Like, they keep acting like America, the place that you hate, is the only place that you can have success. No, you're a hard work. Oh, we got to do the Hunter Biden straight call them niggas slaves.
Unpopular opinion that might get me in trouble, but I do not care because I am tired of hearing this. There's so many people moving to Mexico. They are making videos and they're calling themselves, we're self-deporting. And I'm just like, why are you adding another label? Why are you saying that? Why are you calling it self-deportation? Do you even understand what deportation means? Deportation means being removed against your will. You don't want to go. The people that are being deported is because they were fighting the case. The judge says no, and then you.
No, I think the definition is accurate. Deportation means removed against your will, and you don't want to go, but you're gonna self-deport because your ass gonna go to El Salvador or Alligator Alcatraz. Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Deported. Or you're here and you tell them, no, I don't want to sign a voluntary departure, so they had to deport you. It's against your will. That is what deportation is. It's not something that you want to do. When you're willing to move and you go to a judge, or you go and you have an immigration situation, or you are detained by immigration and you tell them, you know what? Yes, I am here undocumented. I am willing to leave by my own volition. It's called voluntary departure. That is what it's called. Voluntary departure. So if you are leaving by your own volition right now, it's called involuntary departure in this country. Call it that.
It's not your own volition. The threat is Alligator Alcatraz. You don't want to go there. You got it all wrong, sis.
Or call it unmoving. But stop calling it self-deportation so that you can get some pity. Because honestly, that's what I feel like it is. So many of you are just calling it self-deportation so you get some pity, some views, some clickbaits, but you're not thinking about the problem that's going to cause to your family having this label. Especially,
ma'am, they didn't think about what the problems it was going to cause for their family, knowing they was coming into the U.S. illegally, staying illegally. They didn't give a damn. But y'all family people, I'll be man, please.
In Mexico, so many times have we talked about this. Mexico is a classist country. Yes, there's racism, but the number one problem in Mexico is classism. No racism, but
So what's the problem? Class up, man up.
Classism, and it's not going to be you who's going to change that. It's going to has been existed in Mexico for decades, and it will continue to exist. It does not matter how much you like it or you do not like it. That is the way that Mexico is. So you going over there with the title of self-deportee, how do you think that's going to look for your children in school? Is that what you want for them? Oh, look, here comes the children of the self-deportees. Oh, they kick you out of the country. Oh, yeah, they don't want you over there. That's why you're here.
Hello? The truth hurts. You tried to do better than them. You tried to be better than them. And now you got to come back and be around them, showing that you are not better than them. So they get to laugh in your face when you try to laugh at them from afar. I mean, it is what it is.
I'm just telling you what your children are going to hear, because that is the way the things work in Mexico. We had talked about it so many times. Mexico is a country de estar chingándose cada uno, de estar, picking on each other and the jokes and all that stuff. That is the way that Mexico is. They don't.
That's how Mexico is. They pick at you when you try to do better, and your ass got to come back with the cockroaches.
Out of hate, they do it out of fun. That's just the way that is. And your children will hear this. Is that what you want? You want your children to hear, oh, look, there comes the deportees.
I like that.
They might be U.S. citizens. They're not going to be like, oh, no, you are U.S. citizen. No, they're going to immediately say and add your children to the group of self-deportees. Is that what you want? For a few clickbaits, a few likes, because I feel like that's the only reason that you're doing it. Why else would you call yourself or label yourself?
Yo, these people are sick, man. Yo, America makes people sick. This is crazy. America, Trump ain't playing.
I'm getting a lot of questions from undocumented people who just
hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do this again. Try to record this a couple times, but you don't want to cry, or I cuss too much, and try not to. So people have been asking me, how has it been since I came to Mexico after not being here for 24 plus years. 24. And honestly, I live in Cancun, so it's pretty nice. It's beautiful. It's cute. The beaches are nice. The places are nice. The people are really nice. Everybody, every time you walk, like next to somebody or you're crossing like somebody while you're walking, everybody's always like, buenos días, buenas tardes, buen día, buenas noches, hola, ¿qué tal? Like, just randomly, like, te saludan, like, todos saludan, which I like. Sometimes I have my headphones on because I'm a little antisocial because, you never know.
I wear my headphones because I'm a little antisocial, because you've been Americanized. You just said everybody speaks to you, and you still put your headphones on because you're antisocial. That's American Karen.
So I don't really catch it, but you kind of tell from the people that are going to say hi and the people that just are not, So it's been pretty nice living in Cancun. I love going to the beach, morning sunrises, sunsets sometimes, not always, because getting transportation from, which is called La Zona Hotelera, the hotel area where the beach is, it gets packed. After like 5, it gets packed. Like every bus, every transportation that passes through is packed because everybody's getting off of work or everybody's going to work for night shifts or coming off the morning shifts. So it's been pretty nice. I like it. Not bad. It's really pretty in some areas, of course. Everybody has like their not so pretty areas, but it's calm. Some places are calm, some places are not. Some places are pretty nice to live at. Some,
Hey, HD Live, man, what you think about this self-deportation stuff, B? Are you happy that Trump is making it hard for these people? I mean, she don't sound like she's happy to be back in Mexico. She don't sound like it.
So far, I like it here. I like living here. It's hot, but it's not like Houston hot, like humid hot. Here it's like dry hot where like the sun hits you and like your skin feels like it's burning. Not like you're sticky everywhere, you know? I mean, you're still sweating, so you're still like wet from like the sweat in your back, or you know. But the only issue that I've had, or that I have had since I moved here since February, is the document process. Like, el papeleo para agarrar todos mis documentos has been hard. Like, I came with only my passport and my birth certificate, of course, that I've had since when I was born. I had to get a new version of the birth certificate, which is needed. Like the old ones, the only one that I have, like it doesn't qualify anymore. So you need to get the new version.
So you can't take that old Mexican birth certificate back, you know, and that's the type of stuff that I mean, you let me know, King Disagreeable. Do they hold their birth certificates from wherever they?
Which, with my passport, I was able to get. All I needed was just to like show it to them, and they were able to give me the updated version. Which, okay, cool. With my passport, I also have my CUR, which is.
So what you think about this whole process, HD Live?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you said, man, they should have been doing a lot, bowing down and asking for niggas hand in marriage. But you know, it's the game. It's the game they play with these people. Like, you know, you don't need us. You got them.
Yeah, I think they messed that up. I think they messed that up big time.
They come over here and show them respect. You know, try to find any man, white man, black man, whatever type of man. But no, they want to go sell fruit, chicken, go sell fruit with
They
Jorge.
by themselves, right? They didn't want to be American, really mixing it up.
Instead of respecting that you even given this chance to come here, first thing you should have been doing is looking for the natives, looking for the locals. But see, when you got a government that tell you, oh, you ain't gotta listen to the black man. Let's keep it real, bro. Runs the inner cities, the places that matter, the places that's heavily populated. Black people run this, like, whether it's through legal means or legit means, you get it? So they come out here and be told not to interact with us for whatever reason. But then I think this shit a lot here in New York. I just had this shit this morning.
Yo, your phone messing up, man.
What happened?
Your phone messing up when you was talking a while ago.
I keep going away. My fault. But yeah, like today, whenever you ask me, whenever you approach one of these people, it's no English, no Espanol. But the minute these motherfuckers is long down here, the minute these motherfuckers need something, they know that.
Your phone ain't clear, man. It's bad. It's a bad experience. It's bad for the listener.
Can you hear me? I had to take the Bluetooth off.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hold up. Now I gotta put my So basically, like I said, like, you know, whenever you come up to these people and you need some type of information out of them, is I don't know no English. But the minute they need help from a person or anybody, they know how quick to go up to a black man and ask them for help. You get what I'm saying? So,
story. That's not the story. The story is
but
okay.
they never came up to us for help. They should have came up to us for help. They should have, instead of trying to backdoor us, they should have been telling us like, look, the government bringing us over here to undermine y'all, you know, but we got you though. We going to work together trying.
Right, bring us in your community. Let y'all money spend with our money. You know?
Nah, I mean, they tried to come over here undermining us. Nah, I mean, my fucking Bluetooth ain't connected, man. This is some bullshit. Cause I can't hear this phone unless I'm on the Bluetooth, like the headphone.
Okay.
I don't know why this shit ain't. I can barely hear you with it on the regular phone. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
See, I can't hear you for shit. I gotta get my other ones. Hold on, I gotta get my other headphones. Fucking shit. Stupid ass technology, man. Shit. It's real funny how shit be fucking up with these podcasts. Is like your phone stop working, your headphones stop. Hello?
Yeah, it ain't that serious, man.
Nah, I'm good now. I can hear you now, but nah, basically, man, I just feel like they, man, like Spanish. I'm gonna say Latin America because I'm not gonna say Puerto Rican, Dominican, but Latin America period should have just came together with us in the 70s, bro. All that back,
did the right thing.
all that back. You know what I mean? That low lat. See, this is what I mean about them trying to throw history under the rug. Come on, y'all niggas just came out in the 50s and said y'all ain't have to help us with the white man. Y'all ain't have to help us to get civil rights. Y'all just said this like 60, 70 years ago. So what the fuck is you talking about?
But what you think about a person doing self-deportation?
They gonna be embarrassed to do that. Yeah, they'll get $1,000, but I'm telling you, that $1,000 they're gonna have to use that as soon as they get back. The cartel gonna take that. They're gonna be back broke again. They're gonna be back living in huts. They're gonna be back having to wear little sandals up and down the block to get shit going. Like, it's just what it is. They government don't give you.
The girl from Nigeria says she ain't gonna have health care or electricity.
I know exactly where she at. Oh, you said Nigeria. They turn their power off at night.
Really?
They only keep their power on in the day to conserve energy. Word, bro. That shit.
American.
But like you said, once they come over here, they get westernized. They get indoctrinated into that Keisha culture. I don't care what nobody say. These chicks get indoctrinated into this Keisha culture.
It don't
Whether they want to.
It don't start with Keisha. It starts with Karen, then Keisha.
Well, yeah, Karen, then Keisha. Right. Because they gotta get the law on their side and then act ratchet once they got protection from the law.
Right. And that stems from the white woman. You know, everybody try to be the white woman. She's the most protected person, so they all try to do it. You know?
Man, I just heard a chick talk about we try to be the white woman. The black man left. Listen, these bitches is talking. I told you they talking this sky daddy shit. Now bitches is out here talking about we the cosmic womb. We bring order to the universe because of our womb, and y'all don't protect our womb. So that's why y'all feel unprotected. That's why y'all feel like we gunning for y'all because y'all left us. So basically, they just sitting hitting us with the same shit they did. All they do is mock us, bruh, and repeat our same talking points, bruh. So now they trying to say we portrayed them back in the day. We left the home. This shit is crazy, bruh. That's why it's no use in talking to them. All they gonna do is listen to our points and then reverse them, bruh. They don't even got their own thoughts to think like, well,
I mean, come on, bro. This shit is sick. We left the homes in the 50s and 40s when y'all had to get y'all asses protected from niggas trying to kill y'all. We left the
Live,
home.
HD Live.
Come on,
I'm
bro.
talking about HD Live. My gladiators here. I'm talking about immigration.
Oh, all right. My bad. My bad. All right, my bad. Yeah. Gotta keep it
immigration.
PG friendly. I get it. I mean, I never really necessarily dated out my race, but I have dated Mexican chick
But what I'm
before.
saying is,
Back when
like a man had to get deported. He was the husband of the family. He decided to self-deport so that he don't get detained in Alligator Alcatraz and break up
right.
from his family.
And that was the right, and they try to make it look like a sob story so we can feel sympathy for him. Nah, you did what the fuck any man that is thinking with his head, not his fucking entitlement, would do. Like any man would do that. Just like if a man got go to a shelter with his, nigga gonna do what he gotta do. He ain't gonna be standing outside with his kid. He gonna go, but should you still look at him like, hey, you doing hell? I need to know why you in this shelter first. All right, that's what's up. You protecting your son, but nigga, why are you here in the first place? Like, so, okay, you took your family back because you ain't want your family separated, but my nigga, like, you wasn't supposed to come in the first place illegally.
Right. They
So
had
I have
a
no
house.
sympathy for you.
They had a house. He was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Brother, you can't just do what you want to do.
Oh, so he been was over here.
Yeah,
He
like
been was
20
over
years.
here. Wow. And see, that's the best ones I want too. I want the ones that think they gonna die out here illegal. I want them motherfuckers taken back. Take your ass back to your country, nigga. You been eating long enough, tax free.
Right, but that comes from because they won't let Trump and them get into Rikers Island and all these prisons in California and all that. So he just taking anybody then.
Right, I heard that live when you played that. I looked it back over, and that's exactly what he said. He said, "Look, y'all ain't want to let us come into jails, so we just go, and like you said, by them shooting that cop, because I'm gonna tell you what happened. That cop was an undercover. That other dude that they didn't want to say was a part of that shit that they claimed they locked up. He probably was the informant." It's all type of dirty shit. Because how you wind up robbing
I definitely don't believe it was random. I definitely don't believe it was random.
Yeah, like how you wind up robbing? Because the dude been doing things all throughout America. So I mean, all up and down the East Coast. So he had to been on their radar. So how do a ICE agent get robbed? Like
In the middle of a park at a park in New York. See, I think he was supposed to get bodied. I don't think he was supposed to survive.
Yeah, true. And I think the informant probably set him up to get shot, but it ain't work. You know what I mean? Like, cause shit like that, you looking for one dude who been running up and down the East Coast robbing niggas and doing. Y'all was looking for this dude. You get what I'm saying? Which means y'all had undercovers out there looking for this dude. Like,
I don't know, man. It's a tricky story because they was at a park somewhere where the camera could see.
But one thing you gotta realize, these people come over here connected. They come over here already knowing people, already knowing the underground network of people that they gotta fuck with. The cartel already gave them a burner phone.
I played the video months ago where the girl came. She came through the jungle and she made it to America, and she had 10,000 on her because she connected. They're gonna give her papers for the 10,000 right away for her and her kids.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they connected.
You mean government officials, corrupt government officials, gonna give her papers for 10,000, or the cartel got her papers
to them. Yeah.
And I think, see, and this is why the white women is getting mad because men is not going to co-sign this. Men is not co-signing this. White men is not co-signing it. Now, yeah, white businessmen or white, with farms and shit that can use them for slave work and all that underpayment. I don't, I won't call them slaves, but to underpay them, people that need them for that. But the average white blue collar man that gotta be out here trying to find a job and get, work with his hands, man, they want them out of here. So you got a bunch of women though.
Hold on. See, you live in New York City, so you don't understand. Everywhere outside of New York City, it's a lot of white businesses, landscaping, plumbing, construction, electrician. They got these small businesses that the Mexicans drive their trucks and all this other shit, and they get all the work done for them. So,
but that's the good.
Once they start
but that's
deporting
the
them
business
niggas, once they start deporting them niggas, it's gonna be a problem.
Right. You know what I mean? But see, that's just going to expose the fact that all this was set up from the start any fucking way. Because now that they gone, now all of a sudden, because I got my OSHA, been having it for 2-3 years now. You get me? I got my scalpel, got my got my site safety.
Really?
I can work at a construction site right now, my nigga.
Right.
But every time I went to one, because I learned carpentry, so I know how to cut wood, set up walls, the basic shit. Get what I'm saying? So put filters in. I learned that. So so man, I got it through the Urban League. Was fucking with, they invited 2 Spanish dudes in there to see us, working, because it was mostly black people. That's what these 2 motherfuckers came in there and said, my nigga. What? It was about 10 of us. These motherfuckers said, first of all, they was basically hinting to us that if y'all don't really know what y'all doing, then keep it real. So I'm like, what the fuck? Did this nigga just say we might not know what we doing? We got a whole wall we just made right here. Then he said some slick shit like, yeah, I only need about 2 of y'all. Nah, I mean, and do y'all know Spanish? It's like, it's always that do you know Spanish bullshit.
Really?
Nigga, you in my motherfucking country, nigga. They call it bilingual. We really need bilingual.
Especially in New York. It's crazy.
But this was in Jersey though, see, so this was in Newark.
Yeah.
This was in Newark, you get me? And they got a whole contract they just signed out there for that train, that speed train they about to build from New York to Newark. And I can just imagine who all gonna be working on. They claim they gotta give a certain amount to blacks and women and all that, but fuck out of here. I'm gonna keep my eye on that shit. On when that's because that shit they start building.
Saying they taking over industries from the hiring perspective.
Yeah, they definitely took over that. They definitely took over that construction. Nah, man, they definitely took over construction. They definitely took over,
landscaping, McDonald's,
pretty much
over everything. Shit.
Yeah, pretty much anything that can help a nigga get a quick couple dollars. Cause if a lot of them ain't going to trade school and learning and doing the algebra, doing the book work to get the real degree or get the real trade. So yeah, they back doing this. They getting, they knew how to put a hut together back where they from. A little 1-story, 2-story, so now they like, all right, well, fuck it.
These guys are good, man. They're good.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's discrimination, bro. I could have swore hiring mostly this, mostly that is a form of discrimination, and I thought the company was supposed to be disbanded as soon as possible. So it's like laws and rules is being changed that they think we not peeping.
Do you believe they're getting hired without an OSHA?
Hell yeah. And if they is getting the OSHA, they getting this shit signed over to them. You only gotta look at a couple fucking slides for like an hour or 2 hours to get your OSHA in the first fucking place. But you still supposed to do little shit like, you know, show that you can, you know, explain the shit. Explain how you be safe, how you supposed to be safe. Don't just think, oh, if I just watch my back, then no, you gotta explain, hey, I gotta latch this up. I gotta, you know, always make sure my lash-shoes is on me right, correct. You know, if I'm using some form of electric, I gotta make sure the power's off, or
So
make sure that, you know, nothing's around.
why do they put the restrictions on black getting the OSHAs as fast as they let the Hispanic?
Come on, man. The same reason they let these niggas make a popsicle stand area of a block and they don't fucking card them for their license. It's just shit that they not gonna do to other races that they did to us. My dude, they shot a cop and they talking like the nigga got in a fist fight. You dig? These niggas was throwing rocks off the bridge trying to make people crash, and they acting like these niggas was throwing water bottles or something. So it's like they downplaying every.
Yo, when you grew up, was the ice cream man and Mr. Softy always Hispanic?
Hell no. Nigga was black. Or he was
They
it
took
was some
over
white
a long
man.
time ago though.
It was some white dudes but see, I'm talking about like I would say towards 2000 shit started. Like all that 9/11 shit fucked shit up too, cause that shit like
Nah, that's
opened
not
the
what
doors.
happened. That's not what happened. You said you from Philly?
Now I'm from Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Well, I don't care where you was at, because you got what you got down there. What's down there? What was down there? Cherry
Boardwalk,
Hill?
casinos and shit.
No, Cherry Hill.
Make.
What's the other one?
Yeah,
That's next to
that's a
Mount
wild.
Pleasant. Mount Pleasant.
Long Beach. Wait. You talking about Trenton? Wait, no.
No,
Long
I'm talking
Beach.
about
That's like
Mount
in the
Pleasant,
middle.
Cherry Hill.
Oh,
Like
you talking mostly over towards Pennsylvania.
even Atlantic. No, I'm talking about Atlantic City. Like I think you got
But
Mount
that's
Pleasant.
not Atlantic
All that
County.
shit.
That's not all that. Is not Atlantic County. That's in another county. That's in some other Ocean County or
Yeah,
some shit
Cherry
like
Hill's
that.
a little
It's
up.
not,
I'm talking down there by your area. It's hood down there. And
Hell yeah.
So what
Every
happened
fucking
was
town.
back down there, because I went down there to see somebody one time, and I went down
I think
to
you
a
told
bar,
me.
and it was this is different. This is a different story. I went down there one time, and they, the Gladiator took me to a bar, and then we went outside, and it was like 5 exits from Atlantic City, but we was more so in the town. And it was mad blacks out there, and they was, kicking it, and it was crazy. I was like, wow, this shit
That's
is
all we
boomed
do,
out.
brother. That's all we do out there. Like, it is mostly blacks. We got a black mayor, all that. But you gotta understand too, they brung the feds down there back in 2008, 2006, 7, pretty much raided all the.
My question is this: as far as New York, Florida, and all these other places, we was able to sell CDs, DVDs, socks, T-shirts, all sorts of things right on the street. Was y'all doing that down there?
Clothes, hell yeah, selling clothes out the car. Well, on the street, yeah, we would
same
like
thing.
me for instance, me and my dad, when I was 5 years old, my dad and my uncle and his brother used to make fish sandwiches and cakes. They used to make 3 different type of cakes: strawberry, pineapple, chocolate, and make $5 fish sandwiches. These dudes would make this shit every night. Put me to sleep I come home, do my homework, put me to sleep at like 4 or 5 o'clock, wake me up at like 8, 9, let me eat, whatever, and then we go out and we ride around, and we used to ride this night. We talking like 9-3 night. I'm like 5 years old, so you know what I mean? We used to ride around. I'll be on the back of the bike when they had the 3-wheel bikes with the basket. Nigga, my uncle would be on one side of the town, my dad would be on another. We just go sell to all the hustlers, dog. After, because at night, a lot of restaurants closed down at that time, bro. These people called the cop. They called like
you're making my point. My point was because you were saying how things changed. Things changed when they stopped us from doing free enterprise like that. That's the type of free enterprise that we had in the black community.
Yeah, restaurants found out what my dad and uncle was doing, bro, and they called. They even though they was closed at night, they still contacted authorities, the mercantile police, and the mercantile police started running down on me and my dad and uncle. Dog. To this day, they basically blackballed them from doing the shit. The restaurants, I think it was a restaurant called Fish Head, and they sell fish sandwiches out there. They was one of the main ones that sell fish sandwiches, but only in the day.
White, black, or Chinese?
Huh?
Was they white, black, or Chinese?
I'm not even going. Oh, you know what? They was Arab.
Right.
They was Arab.
Right.
They was Arab looking Indian. Yeah.
Right.
They was black at first. It was black owned at first, but then they got brought out, and then it turned into some other shit. Bunch of Arabs started owning that, but I don't think it was them that told. I think it was the black owners at the. Be honest, I'm not even gonna style if I really do know who the owner was, because it was black people working it, but that don't mean they was the owners.
Yeah.
So I was young, so I really don't know, but I know as time went on, it was some Arabs owning that shit. So I don't know if they finally figured, fuck it, let us handle the shit.
Whatever happened, the blacks told them to do it. Even if they did do it, the blacks told them, y'all do it because y'all ain't black.
Yeah. We was kicking, we was eating, bro. I'm talking about we used to make at least, I know for a fact, we used to make at least like $300-400 a night.
Right.
Just off that shit.
That's fucked up, man. But
Yeah,
that's
man.
what happened to America for the blacks. We used to just do free enterprise like a mother. You understand? Because we had the support of our own community. That's how niggas was able to go platinum out the trunk and all that stuff. We had that. If you saw a black man doing something that wasn't drugs, you was liable to support it.
But see, streaming fucked all that CD selling up because once streaming got popular.
No.
I'm telling you, because people stopped. All right, so what made people stop buying CDs?
Let me tell you what made them stop. First of all, well, I don't know. Well, you just got to New York, but Rudy Giuliani was the first one to stop all of the Africans in the street selling and all that in New York. Guess what happened after that? People have been more programmed to not support the black person. They'll get their shit from Amazon. They made it cheap enough where you're not beating their prices or anything. So just that basic, yo, I'm gonna buy this from you because you black. They stopped doing that. You see, it's all a program.
And this is what I'm saying. Was they told to stop dealing with it so we can stay broke and under their thumb, or was they? Or is they
it don't work like
choosing?
That. It don't work like
or
that.
They,
listen, brother. What happened was the first thing they did, they made CDs obsolete. So they basically took the antique physique, for lack of better terms. They took the antique physique, meaning that's a collectible. You see what I'm saying? They took that they devalued the antique, the prestige of the antique. So now you having a CD means nothing because it's obsolete. So that also encouraged them not to buy it. Now you can still make a CD and go out there and hopefully people will buy it. But what people end up doing is try to go get those little thumb drives or whatever, and it don't hit the same as a CD. You see, a person is not more prone to say, "Oh, I just bought this thumb drive off of HD Live. Let me pop it in my car." They really don't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? It was different.
Word. Because I've been seeing that too with the thumb drive.
A person will buy your CD and throw the shit out the window. They don't even give a fuck. Like, and that's cool because as long as you sold it, it's all good. But they stopped black people from supporting these sort of free enterprise scenarios. Okay.
Did they stop it or did they find a way to cut us out? Because I know what you're saying with the whole Rudy Giuliani doing it in the street.
Great question. The first thing they did, they took CDs out of all the cars. See, you gotta understand, it's a whole program. You can't buy a car with a CD player in it. See? So they did it in many different ways. So the CD
Right.
just not even good. Something that you could burn and go, no, that's no good. Now you the need for a DVD player, all that stuff where niggas was earning livings, it's out. See? That gave you the
All right,
ability.
so
Go ahead.
all right, so what about other avenues? Like, cause I'm 2 seconds from starting my own little table out this bitch. Cause
Well,
this shit
yeah,
ain't right.
I mean, you can still
Mhm.
do it, but they're gonna come after you. You know what I'm saying? But I still encourage doing it to try to get the
Yeah,
support
I gotta
of
look
the
in.
community.
I
But
got
what happened after that was this. This is what happened after that. After that, we had everything went to streaming and everything, right? So who was the people that was able to be underground and come up on streaming? Okay. It shifted from music. It started going to web series. You see what I'm saying?
yeah
Now,
the DVDs and all.
no. You remember web
Nah, after
series,
that.
Money? You remember Money and Violence and
Oh
stuff?
yeah.
It went to web
Uh-huh.
series and stuff like that, where black people still cared about supporting black people putting a project together that wasn't
Right.
A1. See, because remember, we used to buy all the B Black movies, DVDs. So it still gave us a chance to support the B grade and C grade black movies as a sign of support. You see? So once that scenario crumbled, which was Money and Violence, I guess going mainstream or signing an effort, whatever happened, it made the whole damn scene crumble. What does that do? That makes the black people not give a fuck anymore with this new microwave culture bullshit. You see, they're ready for the next thing. And what the next thing had became after that.
The next thing came after that was MySpace or some shit like that, right? That's when MySpace started
I mean,
popping.
Money and Violence was after MySpace. But we just talking about how you can't really have a physical product to sell to your black person anymore. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah. It's all about services. It's all about you doing something for their lazy ass.
Yeah.
I can clean your shoes, clean your car. Like it's all tight. If you come up with the right service, a handyman, they got all type of nut ass shit.
King Disagreeable said I could do I tried to do a web series like 2 times. I wrote 2 scripts. And my hood rock with me, but they don't rock with me enough to, get the web series up and running. I'm very mad at the hood for that. They know I never forgave
Yeah, you
them.
gotta get the cash. You gotta get the
I never
cash. You
forgave
gotta get
them
them
niggas for that
stick.
shit. I got niggas, man. I had everything set up. I went and bought the prop guns. I did everything. I bought the lights. I did everything, man. And
See, that's
niggas just ain't come through, man.
See, I mean, hey, man. Hopefully you you took heed to that, cause
that's one of the main reasons why I left the hood alone. Cause the fucking lazy ass niggas that's sitting around every day getting high. We can't get high and put this web series together. I was fucking through with them people, man. I was through with them niggas. We all chilling anyway. So why we can't just do the web series? I bought the prop guns, I brought the lights, I brought everything. I got the script, I got everybody shining.
and that's why I said yesterday, people losing their hunger. Cause that's why I said what I said yesterday. People losing their hunger. You can be a hustler, you can be about your business or whatever the fuck you about, but bruh, it's other things you could do too to get yourself out there. Like, and that's what brothers was all about. Like, niggas was learning how to rap back in early 2000. I know motherfuckers was learning how to, you know, niggas was trying to learn how to model. Like, niggas was getting into modeling. Niggas was getting into different shit like that, that can get them out there if you want to be in the entertainment. There's other things that just
see the way the flow of the black community and cultural entertainment had went. It went to everything went trendy and everything went followy. And it's not the worst thing in the world. It's different avenues of getting paid. So at that time, Money and Violence came out. You had the other one came out, Respect Life, and all these different web series where blacks were coming together, and they were all the, you know, channels were popping and all that, where, you know, it was kind of like, you know, people, all of them wasn't the best, but we would just check them, you know, it was like supporting black.
That's kind of like what's going on now. Because you got to think,
in a way,
all these dudes that's making these skits be on Tubi. I ain't know that. I thought these niggas just popped up doing skits. But a lot of them dudes that be doing them skits on Instagram and shit, they already doing the little B movie thing. So, you know, hopefully, you know, they can make this a lane and really, I'm about, you know what I mean? So it's kind of something like what you doing, what you saying.
I see what you're saying, and you understand that you know, the trendy nature of the black culture is not so much of being unique or shocking. You only get a
The
few
most
of them.
popular.
Yeah, some
right.
So
it's all it pertains to the ideology. See, if you can make entertainment that pertains to the ideology, whether it be a good
my example would be Love and Hip Hop. Then you get Love and Hip Hop New York, Love and Hip Hop Miami, Love and Hip. You see, so it'll start trending in a self-feeding way. You understand?
Nigga, it was Flavor of Love was the first one, nigga. You bugging. That was the first ratchet, or that was the first indoctrination where they put his crazy ass up there. Yeah, I mean, like that basically let chicks know, like, yo, y'all can fuck with ugly ass nigga as long as he successful and you know what I mean? Like it was crazy. They was starting them then.
Now, Disagreeable, he makes a point that, you know, a web series saying The Box Hunter. Now, the reason why that I would say that the reason why I would say that that's a good series is because what happened to the web series? What happened to the web series was drug and gun culture. So everybody started to shun away from it. So watching shows like Money and Violence was no more looked at as being black or supporting black. You see what I'm saying? Because everything has shunned against gun and drug culture. You see?
Which was their fault though, because people should have knew how to adapt.
Yeah, but that's only half the story. The second half of the story, while everybody watched 50 Cent put out all these fucking drug and crack stories. You see what I'm saying? So you take it away from the underground, but you let the mainstream continue to do it. You see what I'm saying? But it ain't 50's
well, you know what that be about.
See, what happened is the programming of watching stuff that's B grade. It's got to be some old. It just went wild because we used to buy B grade movies, man. We didn't care. That's how Medea made it. Shit.
Word. Right. Damn, you right. Now I think about it. You don't see no more plays. It's like Tyler Perry. It's like he shut that shit down with everybody. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't really see other people doing what he did. Now that he's the main one doing it, he don't even let others do it. It's like,
let me put it to you like this. Master P. Yeah, Master P too. Let me put it to you like this. If, like, say we was getting support on this channel, like, you know, good support or whatever the case is, like me and King Disagreeable, we would go to like DR and Colombia, and we would do Pop the Balloon on the beach or Pop the Balloon. We would do like some crazy Pop the Balloon, right? With the bikinis and the Latinas and all that. Now the difference of that Pop the Balloon is whether the woman or the man is picking, they're going home that night for real. Like, it's really, really, really going down. You understand? It's not the bullshit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if you follow them, you're gonna see some romance. You understand me?
Exactly. And then like, you know, yeah, you tag their name, people can follow them, keep in touch. And yeah, but for the most part, the whole thing entertaining about it is the fact that even if the chick don't like the dude, it ain't like she gonna be petty about it. Like, you know, she might keep it real, you know. They ain't gonna be as petty as the American chick, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Well,
And that's for
hear
any.
me out. Hear me out. The title of it is this: Passport Bro Pop the Balloons, you know, of our series. You see what I'm saying? Amazing. You see what I'm saying? Out there with the baddies, with their, you know, bikinis on or whatever the case is. They pick. A lot of times, once you pick these sisters, even though they eat well and they can eat, they will go. They will, you know, nine times out of 10, the homie will take them to the restaurant or whatever. They eat one of those big whole fish plates or whatever the case is with the salad and the rice, and you know, so they're feasting on you know, on the beach or wherever.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you know,
Healthy
they,
shit though. Healthy shit.
oh man,
You
just
know,
good fresh food. You see,
yeah, shit that keep the pussy good. You feel me?
here we go.
Right.
Here we go. Here we go.
Thank God. I had to get that in there. But go
So,
ahead.
so if you was to follow them, you would really see, you know, it would really go all the way down. It would not be none of this stuff that you see in America. You hear me? Absolutely none of it. It would be just something. It
I
would
know,
be like
but
every man would say, "Nah, that's how I want my pop the balloon to go."
the whole trick of it is, like you said, man, you can't go out there on no goofy shit. You can't go out there looking like no tourist. So you gotta have your shit together. You gotta have a source of
See, this is the
income.
only time it's different. This is the only time it would be different. You could go at however you want to because you on the pop the balloon show. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a show. Yeah, that's a show.
And
Right.
we
And then
don't
you can
mind,
get.
huh?
I was about to say, like, you would have to get people fooled out, or they fly themselves, or you catch them out
Nah.
there. You gonna catch them out there?
No, that's the best part about it. See, that's the thing brothers don't understand. When you go out to these places, nothing but your brothers out there smiling ear to ear, wanting to talk to you. Everything's beautiful, and all
Right.
you
Okay.
gotta say to the brothers is, "Yo, I'm doing this show over here. Yo, partake." And once they know what it is, they're gonna be like, "Oh hell
Okay.
yeah!" They're
Okay.
gonna be like,
Yeah. True.
"It's a
See,
beautiful,
that's what I like.
beautiful man."
That's what I like. You said so. So you go out. Yeah, of course, everybody ain't friendly, but you see you see your brother, and they happy to see you
Oh,
there. They
beautiful.
know
It's beautiful.
we in a whole different part of land, nigga. Listen, this is worse than jail, nigga. Like not worse than jail, but this is kind of like we gotta know what we. You know what I mean? It's like one of them type of vibes. Like nigga, we. You know, we really barely know their language. You know their
You
language
gotta,
like that? I
gotta
don't know their
understand,
language.
brother. You gotta understand. Like
Cause,
you gotta understand,
Cause
brother.
I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know. I'm ignorant as hell when it comes to learning languages. I almost learned Spanish back in the day, but I'm real, you know, petty about that shit. Cause I don't like the fact they don't come over here and learn English. So I really never took a heed to wanting to learn other languages.
None of
Cause
us
they come
did.
over here.
None of us did. Until
Nah,
that's
you
why,
should know other languages. You should.
brother.
You should. But
It only hits you once you travel. That's the only time it really hits you. You like, oh hell no, I can learn this shit. They ain't, you understand? It
and
hits
then
you
most of them talk English. If they
huh?
want you to trust them, they'll speak English. If they want you to trust them, that's how a lot of them countries talk English more than you know.
Hell
You
yeah,
get what I'm
they
saying?
taught that shit.
Right. This is why you know it's all a game when they come over here talking that, oh, I don't know no English. Like, the fuck out of here. If I was over there, you feel me? But it's all a game. I get it. You get me what I'm saying? Like, but
I
at the
think
end of the day, they playing.
man. I think you're still missing the
Huh?
point. I think you're still missing the point.
I'm, at the end of the day, you saying why didn't the women from over there reach out? I
No.
mean, like,
We are bigger rock stars than we let off.
right.
That's all I'm
Of
saying.
course. Hell yeah. That's why it don't matter if a man making 30, 40, 50, long as he's focused trying to make more, he gonna get somewhere sooner or later. Like, I don't look at all that oh, you ain't where you supposed to be. Brothers got all time, all day to get their life together, bro. You just gotta wake up and get to it. Now, if you ain't got your passport today, but maybe by the time you in your 40s, 50s, and that's just what it be. Like, I mean, but
I don't think it's a you can run out of time. Long as you got your health, I think you're fine.
My whole thing is I'm gonna be looking to set up shop over there. That's why I told you I got ties in DR. I can go, like, if I was to go somewhere, I would go to DR. I grew up near some Dominicans. My grandma, like, we came cool, like my family, they family type shit. Dude got caught trying to bring some shit back though. Nigga used to go over there, get some shit, bring that shit back. Got caught at 16. He's been over there ever since. Know what I mean? So that's where I would go. That's why I told you that's where I would go first, because I'm not going nowhere where I just don't know nobody, or I don't know the language. Nah, I gotta go somewhere where I met somebody, and from there I go there. I meet somebody in America. Yo, I live in Kenya. I live in Trinidad. If you ever want to come out there, that's how I move when it comes to trying to go to all these other foreign places. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm really comfortable to just go out there, be sightseeing and shit. I don't really think I'd be comfortable like that. Do that make sense? Is that strange?
Is there any sites that you ever wanted to see in life?
Yeah, but I'm not going to go out. If I go to places, that's the thing.
Brother, what sites did you ever want to see, whether it's America or not?
I always had a thing for, like, nature, seeing little nature shit,
Like
big ass mountains and like pyramids and
So
shit. You know what I mean? Big ass.
You want to go out to, like, Utah, see some mountains and some snow-capped mountains and stuff like that? Because they got the mountains up in California, they got the mountains up in Utah. See, when you say you take a flight to LA or whatever, and you fly over Denver got the mountains too. Colorado. When you fly over Colorado, Utah, and California, you see all these mountains. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I want to see some big ass mooses, dog. I want to see what
so you want to go up
America's
to
about.
Alaska? Okay.
Nah, man, I just want to see what America is about first before I start feeling like, because I'm not giving up on America. Like, I'm not giving up on the fact that
would you drive America if you had a Sprinter van or something like that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You would drive the
I
whole
already got people here, there, got people in Minnesota, got friends in Minnesota, somebody in Alabama. I went to school with a nigga named X in LA. He back in LA now. Like, man, I had a dude in New Orleans.
Would you drive?
Of course, if I got my license, so yeah.
I'm
If I had
saying,
to,
driving America takes a long time.
I done drove. Well, not me personally, but I was, shit. I drove from here to New Jersey to Miami one time. So we did that shit 13. We did that in like 13 hours. So stop. So yeah, hell yeah. It's all about what you looking to get into when you get there.
I don't
You ain't
know
got
about
nothing to do.
Hours shit. I drove to Miami.
It do take. We had the Porsche Kanye.
Oh, okay.
So we was whizzing.
Yo, I tell you, driving to Miami is like you talking about the bottom of the state.
And we left at night.
Take another 5 hours once you get to the top of Florida. It's crazy.
We left at night. We made sure we left, like, I think we left either 3, 4 in the morning. I forget, but we definitely hit that shit. Shit, we got down to DMV in like an hour and a half. Once we did that, once we got past DMV, we was go. Not an hour and a half, but like 2 hours, 3 hours. You know what I mean? Because we kept stopping and shit.
Yeah,
but nah, man. What happened?
Yeah, you niggas was speeding up a storm.
Yeah, we had the Porsche Cayenne, nigga. I was souped up. My nigga had some white bitch. We was some little fake little producer This nigga had a fucking a beat competition. They hit him on the internet, said, "Yo, if you can get down here in the next 24 hours, you can do this contest and have a chance to sit with Future, man." Nigga, we shot the fuck down there ASAP. Went to the shit. Shit was official. It was lesbian weekend down there. All nothing but lesbian type bitches, man. All type of that shit was crazy.
Oh.
That shit was, I was out there having fun. I'm like, hold up. I was like, hold up now. I know y'all on y'all feminine. I'm in the head like, nah, we ain't gonna play. Y'all ain't all lesbian. They all laughing like some of them bitches out there hoeing like, yeah, we lesbian for the night. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? But making a long story short, we lost the competition because this dumbass nigga was fucking the white bitch that was driving. He was fucking his girl basically that was driving. So this dumbass nigga whispered in his ear to play the wrong beat. Basically, you know how somebody asks you in the heat of the moment, like, yo, what should I do? What should I pick? Like, he asked me first. I told him, bro, you gotta trust your own judgment. Cause he made it all the way to the last round. It was beat for beat. You go 1 beat, 2 beat, 3 beat, boom. This nigga made it to the last beat. This nigga purposely came over and whispered something in his ear. I never went over there. To this day, I'm mad I ain't go over there. Cause he came to me first time, asked me what beat I should pick. I said, bro, you gotta pick this yourself. Cause if you get what I'm saying, you know what you pick. You know what type of beats they want to listen to. Make this shit rattle, nigga. Make this shit rock. This nigga told him to pick some R&B beat, bruh. And the shit was all lovey-dovey. And niggas clapped more for the other nigga that played some hard shit. This nigga told me to play some R&B shit. I swear to God, I was about to smack the shit. I was like, yo,
why don't you do me a favor? Hold on.
Yeah.
Because you keep talking like you always keep talking how you so musically inclined. Why don't you make me a jingle for the man auction or the Pussycat Facts?
I can do that. But I need you to find a beat first though that fit or like
Okay.
I don't know, like if
I know, I get it. I got you.
You get me?
I got it.
Yeah, now see, now get the feeling of what you think from that. Just send me the beat, my nigga. I listen to any beat and just start writing to that shit. And I don't even really need to cuss in that shit. If you don't want me cussing, I put little PCF little hints and shit. Word, watch. I had fun with
you
that
want to
shit,
do the
dog.
Pussycat Facts report? Okay.
No, I'm just saying I'm gonna have, yeah, you know I'm gonna have to drop that in there. Like, it's for the channel. So like that's the main philosophy of the channel, right? To keep a chick box protected. And you know, you get what I'm saying? We trying to protect your box, girl. We ain't bashing your box. We bashing the boxes that is living unhealthy. If you living healthy, we love you. We want you. We will cater to you. As long as you paying too.
Well, you can't have it both ways.
Like that, because you might fall in love. There's always that possibility.
I can't talk about that type
You
of stuff.
always,
I'm asking for
you
a jingle,
got
brother. I'm just asking for a jingle.
Nah, my bad. Just set it up, man. But nah, back to what these people should have been doing, bro. They try to come over and undermine us, bro, and it's just simple as that, bro. I'm getting sick of these people who wanted to use them for like underpaid workers. They can kick it.
Let me ask you this question. With Trump doing a lot of deportation, a lot of times back in the days, a lot of Africans and Hispanic would offer Black Americans about 5,000 to 10,000 to marry. Do you think Black Americans should now start to market and promote that we will marry them for no less than 95,000 now?
Damn, that's tough. So you saying men is ready to say, hey, ladies, you claim you bosses, but if you ain't got this enough,
the illegals.
Wait, say that again. The illegals is saying what?
The illegals. They used to get
say
married for like 10,000. The illegals used to offer Blacks to marry them for 10,000. How much you think they should charge now to marry the illegal?
50.
Okay. I say 100.
Yeah, I'll say 50. I only say 50 because it's supposed to be. Ain't it supposed to be a one-time payment and then you get paid every other year? You get paid every year. Fuck you, man. I need at least.
A one-time payment.
It's a one-time payment. I thought they was paying them because they gotta live with them though. She gotta live with me.
Yes, that means
Get what I'm
got
saying?
a house and everything.
I'm not buying that shit.
Well, that's part.
I mean,
you gotta. Well, you
we
got an
not living
apartment
in no
already,
house. We living in a park. She gonna move in with. We gonna make it work in here.
I mean, some people can make it work
If
like
she don't
that.
like it, she can listen. If she don't like it, she can go find somebody else, dog. All right?
Yes.
My bad. Yeah.
No, I'm cool with that. I was just saying, like, okay, so say, what if you got the 100 and you had to go get an apartment? You wouldn't be with that?
I get a little one bedroom with a living room type shit, big. 2,000 a month. That's about 24,000, 25, 7,000. Yeah. Out of that 100, I'll pay that up.
That's about 30,000. You got to put furniture and make it look
Yeah.
nice and everything.
Yeah, about 30,000. Nah, man.
And you got yourself set up for 2 years with money in the bank. You should be able to make something happen with that.
Hell yeah. But see, this the thing though. But see, this is the thing. They be everybody is so stingy because
I mean, of course,
resources
we just hypothetical, brother.
see, back in the day, shit was easy back then. You know, shit wasn't all inflated like it is. So these people ain't paying no bread, especially
That's
with
why they
people they
getting
don't
their ass
know.
deported. That's why they getting deported.
Yeah, especially with people that they think they can't trust. And it goes back to what I said. The only reason why they don't want to do business with us is because we keep exposing their anti-blackness every day.
See,
You dig? And
you
it's
all about being separate. You all about being separate. I'm telling you the way.
well, yeah, because we was good when we was man. We was balling when we was segregated back in the 20s
Yeah,
and
but
in the
things are
10s
different.
and
The
30s,
things are
nigga.
different. And the thing that
No.
listen. And the thing that you guys take away from us as black people is the prestige. Yes, our stuff is worth money, just our existence. You know what I'm saying? We just got to know how to do it in certain cases. You know, like these people need us, but they ain't got nobody coming out saying, hey, y'all come over here. If y'all some of the richer ones, you could, get married for 90,000. Go ahead.
Because like any kingdom, how do any kingdom meet each other? Like, let's keep it real, bro. When you saw these movies, how did any kingdom meet each other? I want to ask you.
In war.
No,
Okay. That
not
was my
war
guess.
first.
That was my guess.
No. All right. You half right, but they would always try to have a meeting of the minds, sit down. The king would bring his son, the king would bring his daughter. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And they would try to make some type of alliance. And if the alliance couldn't happen, then they would go to war.
Well, things are different now. Let me explain.
Nobody's.
Let me
Yeah,
explain.
I mean,
Let me explain.
Nobody's trying to make an alliance.
Let me explain. See, the way things work
We
nowadays.
gotta go to war.
No, brother. Let me explain, man. Take this journey with me. Take this journey with me. Now, say that I had 100 brothers that was willing to get married for 90,000 a pop, right? Right? To Hispanics, right? You follow?
90,000.
90,000,
Okay.
100 dudes.
Is this all in one whop or over the time? Like, yeah,
It's
it
a
gotta be in one
one-time
whop.
payment, man. One-time payment, right? So do you believe that these people will gather money up for certain people that could possibly, get involved? As far what I mean, crowdfunding, donations or whatever.
Nah, cause they gonna look at it like that's too less of. We want more men. They not gonna do that with no 90, bro. They gonna want at least 100 men.
Brother,
They gonna want to give us 9,000.
What are you talking about?
What
You're
you
losing me.
you saying if the government gave us 90,000 or regular?
No. Like John Leguizamo and all these other Hispanics that support the Hispanics or whatever. I'm talking about big
If they came to us.
No, if we came out and said, yo, y'all could come marry us over here. Every person is 90,000.
Man, them niggas are probably them niggas would probably be like, all right, we want all the ones that's about to be ballers, basketballers that's about to be lawyers, doctors. You know what I mean? I can see that. I can see them doing some shit like that.
But we don't have to agree to that. We don't need them.
Right. I mean, I'm just telling you what they rebuttal would be. They're gonna say, well, we don't want the bottom class. We don't want the bottom of your men. And then it's gonna be like, well, yeah, like, what?
Because I believe all it takes is a couple of them. Once they see, this is working, and they, we got to go through the whole process or whatever. How long that stuff take?
Man, I heard that shit take at least. I mean, you can marry him as quick as possible, but it makes it look funny. So you gotta play it off, act like you met this bro for like 4, 5, 6 months.
They said they got to get a tourist visa first. So they got to get
a
tourist visa first, which Trump make it hard for that now. But I think if you get a tourist visa and then you go ahead and get married, you got to.
But you gotta remember, bro, we dealing with these new age cops. These niggas be swearing they the next Professor Xavier. They be trying to catch you in lies like a motherfucker out here.
No,
so it's like
the marriage got to be legitimate.
They would have to be on their shit, and the minute if they catch any infraction, your ass is grass.
No, it got to be
not
legit.
even playing.
That's why we charging 100,000 to make sure it's legit. Like I know my homies or my sisters are happy with the money.
So do I gotta give her a kid?
No.
Do I got?
No.
That's good. Glad to not hear that. Glad to not hear that. Glad you didn't say that. But don't get it twisted. Like I dealt with a Mexican chick before. Yeah, I mean, she was cool as hell. Like, I mean, she sold drugs and shit. She was in all type of nut ass shit, but she was cute. This is back in my 20s.
Man, I'm talking about immigration.
Nah, I'm showing you how niggas tried to bridge. You know what I mean? But guess what? She left me for an older Mexican. But I'm just explaining to you how I tried this shit in my past. Bitch left me for a Mexican. Older Mexican. Kept it real though. Told me, he was paying bills.
A lot of Jamaican women do that shit too. They'll leave the nigga that they supposed to
But she gave me some work though when she left. That's the crazy part. That's why I say women is burnt. They I mean she gave me some work. Like, yo, I'm just keeping it real, man. He paid my bills because we was in parole at the time. So she was like, you doing you, I'm doing me. Like, I don't want to disrespect you. Like, shit, cause I was definitely, what you call it? Shit.
Yo, man,
I'm gonna
get you in the morning, man. I'm gonna
all right, bro. I'm gonna be at work, man.
Yourself some rest, B.
Yeah. I'm gonna be at work with it. You already. I'll pop in.
All right. Thank
Y'all
you.
be good, yo.
Thank you.
Stay safe.